London, Manchester, Birmingham, Bristol. Hundreds of thousands of people took to the streets of towns and cities across Britain at the weekend to protest against the government's suspension of Parliament, set to take effect in just a week's time.
I think it's very, very dangerous for the UK.
The demonstrations come ahead of what's likely to be a decisive week for Brexit. On the one side, the government committed to leaving the European Union on October 31st, with or without a deal. It faces a showdown with opponents who believe a no-deal Brexit would be a disaster.
A group of MPs from all parties, probably, including senior Conservatives, are going to try to get together to take control of the business of the House of Commons, then to pass legislation, which would have to go through the Commons and the Lords, to rule out a no-deal Brexit.
But they face huge challenges.
So they've got to keep this new coalition together, a very odd coalition, with people on the far left on the Labour leadership and some people on the centre-right of the Conservative Party.
Prime Minister Boris Johnson says blocking no deal would play into the hands of the European Union.
If they think Brexit can be blocked anyway, they're not going to give us the deal we need. And so my anxiety is that stuff going on in Parliament can actually undermine the UK's negotiating position. But we're going to get on and do it.
Johnson has threatened any of his Conservative MPs voting to block a no-deal Brexit with deselection at the next election, something that could happen very soon if the opposition tables a vote of no confidence in the government.
It would only take a couple of Conservative MPs to make that decision to bring down the government, but it really would be quite unprecedented for Conservative MPs to vote against their own government.
Meanwhile, several court cases have been launched against the government to try to block the suspension of Parliament, with rulings also due this week. That threatens to drag Queen Elizabeth into the Brexit battleground, as it's she, as official head of state, who gave permission for the prorogation of Parliament. From Buckingham Palace to the courts to Westminster, Britain's democracy is being tested to breaking point. The next 5 days will be crucial in deciding who will emerge victorious in this explosive Brexit battle. Henry Ridgwell for VOA News, London.